Previously on Drawing for Wombats, we did 2-point perspective and drew some random shapes that started to look like a futuristic city. Well, we're going to draw some present-day city buildings, and once again 2-point perspective, but we won't fold our papers this time. This time we're just going to figure out a horizontal horizon line, as they say. Let's come down let's come down 5 inches. Come down 5 inches from the top. 5 inches, everybody. Let's make a dot. Connect the dots lightly. It's probably going to get covered up. And come over in 1/2 by 11, so 1/2 of 11, 5 1/2. Tweak. Let's come vertically down lightly. Now we'll come up 1 inch. Now we've got our point 1, point 2, and point 3. All right, let's establish the corner of our block by connecting 1 and 3, and 2 and 3. Put your pencil on the disappearing point, bring the ruler to it, rotate until you get to the point you want to line up with, and there we go. All right, we've established our ground, we've established our horizon. Let's drop in a building. Dum dum dum. How about a nice tall, decently tall building? How about all the way up here? Boom, there's the front of our building. Kind of like those boxes we were drawing. I'm going to start in the corner, but this is going to be tall and thin, like a building should be. So I'm going to figure out my thickness, and I'm going to send a vertical line up, but I don't know exactly where it's going to stop. Disappearing point 1 is going to tell me. Line up with it, then draw over. All right. So now we see I've gone too far, which is fine. Take that out. Don't really need this either. There we go. Got the first side of our first building. Now we're going to put our pencil on disappearing point 2, line up with the top, and choose a width. You can go either way. You can do your vertical lines first, you can do your angled lines first. Boom. That kind of looks like a building. Sure does. All right. Let's put a building next to it. Here's building 1. That's building 2. Building 2 is not quite as tall. Maybe it only goes up about this high. But we still line up with disappearing point 1. Boom. In fact, we're going to get rid of our horizon line. We don't really need it over here. We're going to have so many buildings. Now let's send a line up. Okay. And start thinking about the next building now, because that's going to have the same height. It's going to share a common wall, so if that's taller, then we can just send it up like that. And look at that. So building 2 was really just one line, and it made a whole building. Isn't that cool? All right, let's vary the width. These seem very similar. Very, very. Make this one a bit wider. Send that up, and figure out where the top is using disappearing point 1. There we go. This building's a little more stout. Maybe I need to erase that, maybe I don't. Oh look, we're going to see the top of this, kind of like here. Let's line up with disappearing point 1 and find out where that guy's going. It's going that way. It's a deep building too. It's going so far it goes behind building 1. All right, cool. Now how about a tall building? Should we skip a space? Let's skip a little spot. Let's pretend there's an alley there between the buildings. Make a nice tall one. There we go. How thick should that one be? About this thick. As you'll see, the line starts getting more extreme the closer we get to our disappearing point. Whoa, look at that. That's a crazy angle. But that's what it looks like. There's that one. We're going to send that towards disappearing point 2 to figure out the thickness. So it's not going to go all the way back there. That would be a really thick building. So let's just pick a point like yay. And then we can send that down. Back behind there, you can imagine what's behind there. There's more buildings, some smaller buildings. Whoa, what's going on with this spot right here? We kind of see the bottom edge like here, don't we? Yeah, because that's a little gap between buildings, so we'd actually see the bottom of the building. Ah, look at that. That looks more 3D. You always need alleyways every once in a while in the city, right? Like in cop movies, they're always having chase scenes, driving through the alley, hitting some cardboard boxes, you know. It's a classic. Let's do another building over here. There we go. That was easy. Full lines. Whoa, for a minute there, it looked like this was hollow and that's going like inside it. Trippy. All right, let's skip a space again. Start heading down towards Disappearing Point 2, the other side of our block. Make this alley a little wider because it's closer to us. There we go. That's kind of a short building. That's okay. Sometimes there's short buildings. Actually, let's make it a really short building. So short that we see the roof. I'm going to make it way down there. Just erase these. Do. So I kept that below the horizon line. So we'll see when we go to connect to Disappearing Point 1. Wait, we're going to see the roof of this one. Look at that. You would. Oh, and with the alley, we'll see the bottom as well. Put your pencil on that point. Line it up with Disappearing Point 1. Send it down the alley. All right, let's erase that. Cool. All right, well, next to this short building, that's probably a super tall building. Let's do that. Yeah, all the way up there. And we'll just use this line. That one's going to be a little higher. Disappearing Point 2. Line up with your ruler. There we go. Doop. And this one has a depth too. Let's make it kind of like that one where you see its back edge. Line up with Disappearing Point 1. There we go. Send that down. You get to play architect. Make the buildings as big or as small, as short, as thick as you want. Yeah. So, what's the next one? The next one's probably shorter than this one, right? Let's just do a short guy. Then, let's do a tall guy after that. Like that. Almost looks lined up with that building. And you can just keep making buildings. One after the other. Short. Tall. There we go. And they should get a little thinner as they go away. They're going to be smaller and smaller. Oh, but we see some top edges here. Pencil. Disappearing Point 1. Send that back. Pencil. Disappearing Point 1. Send that back. All right. That's looking pretty cool. Don't see the horizon line. We kind of see it there, unless there's more buildings behind there. Which there probably would be in the city. Let's actually, okay, forget you three. Let's draw on the sidewalk. So guesstimate how thick the sidewalk would be for this building, right around here. Guess the thickness. Just if you're walking outside that building, how thick do you think that would be? Guesstimate that. Draw a line to all the way to 1. Same thing with 2. Let's guesstimate a similar thickness. Draw a line all the way here. There we go. So, here's a good basis if you're drawing the city for your superhero comic or something. There's the cars and the people bustling around. How big is a person? Probably just like this big. Here's my favorite building. Oh, there's somebody else coming this way. Are they going to run into each other? Who knows? They should be more panicked. You know why? Because there's a giant blob monster attacking the city. Arrgh! Now the fun part. Now that you've drawn your city, you get to draw a giant one-eyed blob monster attacking the city. Blargle! Arrgh! This is where we're really getting here. And what does it have? Giant tentacles. I think it has giant tentacles. It's going to wrap around the buildings like that. Erase that. Show that the tentacle is coming from behind and wrapping around in front. That we need the thickness of the tentacle coming through here. All right, maybe it's even breaking this building. Put some cracks in there. Oh no. People down here are running scared. Here, we got to put their arms over their head. Well, wait a minute. I made that guy taller than that one. That is a super tall person. Or maybe those are kids. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was drawing too quick. I should think. People get smaller as they go this way down the sidewalk. That is a giant person. Maybe it's one of those inflatable wavy arm guys. Maybe it's someone on stilts. Too hard to explain. Let's make them smaller. It needs to be smaller than these people, who are strangely calm. At least make them the same size. People running. People crazy. Rocks falling down. Chunks of building everywhere. Mass hysteria. Rawr. You don't have to draw a crazy monster if you don't want to. If you want to have a nice city, you're welcome to do that. When I was a kid, I was always drawing monsters. But maybe that's just me. Roar. Maybe a couple puffy clouds. Maybe some helicopters. It's the news chopper. What's that look like? I'm trying to draw a helicopter here. That helicopter could use some work. Okay. Well, there you go. A city being attacked by a monster in 2-point perspective.